Universidade Estadual de Santa Cruz, UESC, Literatura Anglófona I, Professor Renato Peruzzo. General Prologue of Canterbury Tales. Student Name Luiz Fábio Gomes Carmo. Dezembro de 2023. Geoffrey Chaucer's biography. Geoffrey Chaucer was an English poet, author, and civil servant best known for the Canterbury Tales. He has been called the father of English literature as well as the father of English poetry. Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. The Canterbury Tales is a collection of 24 stories written in Middle English by Geoffrey Chaucer. It's widely regarded as Chaucer's magnum opus. The tales are presented as part of a storytelling contest by a group of pilgrims as they travel together from London to Canterbury to visit the shrine of St. Thomas Becket at Canterbury Cathedral. The prize for this contest is a free meal at the Tabard Inn at Southwark on their return. Geoffrey Chaucer's General Prologue. In a general prologue, some 30 pilgrims are introduced. Chaucer's intention was to write 4 stories from the perspective of each pilgrim, to reach on a way to and fro their ultimate destination, St. Thomas Becket Shrine. Despite perhaps incomplete, the Canterbury Tales is revealed as one of the most important works in English literature. General Prologue's characters, pilgrims. The host. The host, Harry Bailey, is the owner of the Tabard Inn, who volunteers to travel with the pilgrims. He promised to keep everyone happy, be their guide and arbiter in disputes, and judge the tales. The knight. The knight socialist is the most prominent person on a pilgrimage, epitomizing chivalry, truth, and honor. He stands apart from the other pilgrims because of his dignity and status. The miller, a drunken, brash, and vulgar man who rudely interrupts the host, demands that his tale be next, and warns everyone that his tale about a carpenter will be vulgar because it's true. The reeve. The reeve is a very old and irritable man who was once a carpenter. He resents the miller's tale about a stupid old carpenter. The sergeant of law. The sergeant of law is a lawyer and one of the higher justices of the court. He is cautious, suspicious, and wise, and one of the more cultivated men among the pilgrims. The cook. The cook, Roger, known for his cooking and characterized by the chancre sorrow that runs with puss, his story is incomplete. The wife of Beth. The wife of Beth is characterized as gauche-toothed, somewhat deaf, and wearing bright scarlet red stockings. She has had 5 husbands, enjoys her freedom, and is openly sensual. The friar. The friar is a sensual, licentious man who seduces young girls and then arranges their marriages. He loves money and knows the taverns better than the poor houses. The summoner, an officer of the church who calls people for a church trial. He is as ugly as his profession. He frightens children with his head complexions, pimples, and boils, and skin infected with scales. The clerk. The clerk is a sincere, devout student at Oxford University who loves learning and is respected by all the pilgrims. He is very poor because he spends all his money on books. The merchant. The merchant is a shrewd and intelligent man who knows how to strike a good bargain and is a member of the rich rising middle class. The squire. The squire is a vain, lusty young man and candidate for knighthood. He can sing, write poetry, and ride a horse very well, and considers himself a ladies' man. The Franklin. The Franklin is a large and wealthy landowner who enjoys fine living in good companionship. The shipman. The shipman is a huge, uncouth man who can steer a ship but flounders on his horse. The prioress. The prior is a very genteel lady who is coy and delicate. She has precise manners, eats as an aristocrat would, and wears a good brooch with love conquerors or inscribed in Latin. The physician. The physician is a doctor who can speak knowingly of medicines, drugs, and humors, and who knows astrology as well. He is fond of gold and makes a lot of money during the plague season. The pardoner, the most complex of all the pilgrims. He is an intellect and uses advanced psychological means to gain his objective. Although he is not a good person, he can preach a good sermon. The monk is the man who takes care of the monastery properties. He is fat and happy, loves good food and wine, and finds tavern rather than the monastery cold and severe. The nun-priest. The nun-priest is the priest of the church who accompanies the nuns so that they may offer up their confessions. The second nun. The second nun is a very devout nun who, because she believes that idleness leads to sin, begins her story immediately. The manciple. The manciple is the steward for a law school. Although not as intelligent as the law student, he is clever and shrewd enough to be able to put away some money for himself. The parson. The parson is very poor but very holy and virtuous religious man who tells a highly moral tale. He gives his scant money to his poor parishioners and tries to live the perfect life and set an ideal for others. Character map. Aristocrats, knights, priors, and friars. They have pretensions towards nobility. Upper class, sergeant of law, clerk, and franklin. Their rank is due to commercial wealth. Middle class are cook, shipman, physician, and wife of bed, by the knowledge or mastery of their trade. Low class, parson, but due to his virtual pool. Lower class, but immoral, we have manciple, miller, reeve, summoner, and pardoner. Final considerations. Reading the general prologue of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales is an invitation to a journey into the universe of this exponent of English literature. Here, we try to briefly present some of the characters and the motivation why the pilgrims should tell their stories in a narrative. Don't be content with these few words about the Canterbury Tales. Venture into this reading. Thank you for watching.